Hello everyone, thanks for joining us again for another episode of Fearless Brand Leaders. I'm here with Senior Vice President of Marketing, Cathy Tull. Las Vegas is a place everyone has to visit just once. I've been there myself many times. It's pretty amazing. But 84% of the visitors to Vegas return again. Unheard of for a destination. Today we're going to talk with Cathy about how they do it and what they've created. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you.
It's an honor to meet you because you guys have done amazing things. I'm going to get right to it with some questions, all right?
Okay.
You once summed up the Spirit of Vegas brand in 3 words: courageous, bold, and unapologetic. How do these values work to drive tourism for you?
At the end of the day, our visitors want to be able to come to Vegas and have whatever experience it is that they decide they want to have. Mm-hmm. And really, you have to be able to embrace that and let that be what it is. And so for us, being bold and brave and courageous means allowing that to happen and not trying to control what the visitor experience is going to be, but allowing whatever is going to happen and offering enough variety that we can appeal to enough people to come and sustain the destination.
I love that. And you're being honored. We're at the gathering on site here, and you're being honored with some pretty amazing brands, and you're very deserving of it. But my experience, because I've had the privilege of talking to them all of them have went through the depths and PR nightmares, and you've had some of your own. And I'd love to hear how they made it a good thing. Can you tell us about a few, and how do you spot an opportunity when disaster strikes?
At the end of the day, we've been lucky, knock on wood, that we haven't had some of the problems that other brands have suffered. Yeah. But what we have, and what we're always vigilant about, is making sure that visitors can, A, get to the destination, and B, make sure that when they're at the destination they can get around and they enjoy their experience, and the really brand promise is delivered. And as we do that, when we looked through the recession, at one point we were down, my staff was down, and we were working really hard, and people were getting frustrated, and corporations were canceling meetings because all of a sudden meetings were bad, and especially if you went to any place fun that had a beach or a casino. And as we looked at it, we really spent some time talking about, okay, how can we still make this exciting? And it's a very important market to us. The business audience from Monday to Thursday, as you can imagine, is what fills up our hotel rooms. And so we spent a lot of time talking about it. At one point, we just sat back and went, you know what? We're in a good place because we have something to sell. You
had resolve, right?
And there's a lot of destinations that didn't have a whole lot to sell. And
but you had that. You have what it takes, and it's those little things that are going to teach people, these other leaders that are listening, that you do face challenges, and it's really cool to hear great brands like yours say, we faced it head on. And with that, when you hire people in your HR practices, what makes you know that they're the person that are going to carry the Vegas brand in their heart, and what's in their makeup that makes you want to hire them?
People have to come in with a passion. What I look for is passion. I think there's a lot of things you can teach people, and there's a lot of processes and procedures and ways to get things done. But you need those people that'll challenge the system, that are passionate about what they believe in. And we've had some fabulous conversations about things to do or not do. Yep. And at the end of the day, it's that passion for the brand, because everybody wants it to do well, that really makes good things happen. Yeah. And so that's what we look for, is somebody who, yes, you can hire for base knowledge, but if they don't have the passion for the brand and believe in what we're all about, then it's not going to work for them.
I have to ask this, and you probably heard it a million times, and what happens here stays here campaign launched in 2003. Why do you think it's still resonating with travelers today and just people? You say that and people get it.
I think that it's all about adult freedom. At the end of the day, people want their experiences, whatever they are, to be what they want them to be and not what somebody else tells them they should be. And what happens here stays here embraces that idea of make it whatever you want it to be, whether it's overindulging because you ate way too much or you went out to a nightclub until 3 a.m. and whatever the experience is that they want them to be.
The next day.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what Vegas has to offer. And Vegas is unapologetic for it. And the fact that there are people that love Vegas, and there's so much they can tell you about the destination. And there's a group of people that don't love Vegas, and they will never love Vegas. And the fact that we don't try to spend our time, energy, and money behind converting people who are never going to embrace what we are.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I heard you just speak, which was great upstairs, and it's cool that you cult brands specifically and on purpose alienate themselves. They need to have the people that don't like it. Otherwise, they're not different. So
Yeah, if you're not courageous enough to say, not everybody's going to like this,
Yep.
then you're not going to make a difference and you're not going to break out from the noise that surrounds you.
You inspire me with that kind of stuff. It's great. I have to ask one last question. Where else would you go for vacation?
Where else would I go?
Hope you're allowed to say this. We know Vegas is
What I
first.
love about vacation is I like to go off the grid. I like to go, we just made reservations for camping in Yosemite for July because it's that type of experience wherever it is where your phone doesn't work and your iPad doesn't work and your computer doesn't work and all of a sudden you are just allowed to be.
Yeah.
To me is what re-energizes me so that when I am and the phone's going and the computer's going and everybody needs something, you can have that experience. So any of those places that allow me just to completely unplug, which means I have no service because it's the only way I will unplug, are places that I can embrace.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on being nominated and winning the Cult Brand of the Year, and very well deserved. We're honored to have you here, and thanks for sharing. Next week we'll be talking with some other brand leaders, and until then, stay fearless.